Hey guys, welcome to Attack on Productions. It's Jeff, you know and love me. I got Fluff with me today.
Hi, everybody.
We're doing some product review and kind of profiling the new starter decks for the Dragon Ball Super TCG. Be sure to check out our other video for the Gogeta deck. What I'm doing is the Shenron Swish leader deck. Shenron's Advent. I'm sorry, I just misspoke. But that's what it is it's a deck based around Shenron. It also showcases the new mechanic that's dropping.
So exciting.
It's the wish mechanic. No longer do you have to worry about your life pool being at a certain point for your character to awaken and then get all of its effects. It's based upon you having cards in your drop zone, and then you get your effect. So that's super awesome. Can't wait.
It only took them 5 sets to get Dragon Balls.
Yeah, we finally got the Dragon Balls.
Right.
It is also one of only 2 cards in the entire game that allow you to have more than 4 of in your deck. Dragon Ball and then the mass production Meta Cooler are the only cards in the whole game that allow you to have more than 4.
Have any 7 Dragon Balls in your deck.
Yeah.
So they could be the Dragon Balls in here, or I think there's a 1-drop and a 2-drop that are coming out.
There's a 1-star that's in the Dash Pack.
Sorry,
and then the 2-star is coming out of the tournament packs, I believe.
Yeah, something.
It's either in the BCC or one of the other tournaments. But we are getting a 2-star ball as well.
Yep.
I was really hoping that we were going to get a 4-star ball as the secret rare, but they decided to give us a
that would have been
Gogeta.
That would have been so good.
Yeah, it'd have been awesome.
Yeah.
But they gave us another Goku card, technically Goku because it's Gogeta, but whatever. I'm just kind of done with Goku being our secret rares. I'm really done with it. But anyways, when you guys buy 2 starter decks, you get Dash Pack cards.
Yes.
It's a single card, it's a promotional card. But the thing is, when you buy a starter deck, there's only going to be 2 of the starter deck specific cards in it, so you kind of have to buy 2 of them to get the full set. So there you go. It's a win-win. You're going to spend $24 and you're going to get 2 full decks, which is going to give you play sets of certain cards, and then you get a Dash Pack card. So
absolutely.
Hooray. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. We're really hoping to get the Janemba leader out of this Dash Pack.
Here's hoping.
It would be nice, but we'll probably get something stupid like Baba. But
no offense to all you Baba fans out there.
Yeah, Baba.
But the Baba deck is stupid.
And it's a Hellfighter.
Got another Hellfighter.
So we got 2 Hellfighters today.
I made the joke that it would be 2 Hellfighters.
He made that joke and he jinxed us. I was actually kind of hoping it would be a Baba.
Yeah. So second Hellfighter.
Yeah.
So 2 there.
So, and I do have to say, I was really pleased that they did not put the weird shatter effect on the promos. I like the promo foiling better, and the shatter plus the promo foiling would have made the card nigh unrateable.
Oh my god.
It'd have been terrible. It's visually just unappealing. But for those of you who don't know what the Inferno Forged Hellfighter 17 does, he's got dual attack, and he's a 19k for 3 energy. 2 have to be green. Fundamentally, he's vanilla, but I mean, he does have dual attack, so he can attack twice. And 19 is that weird number where someone's going to have to pop 2 extra cards to try and combo through it.
I think he more shines with his versatility with the new Super 17 stuff that's coming.
There's other stuff.
Got almost no place.
Yeah, like he's just a weird card on his own, but Super 17 will probably make him good.
Yeah.
So we'll get past him. Let's go ahead. And now, normally when you buy a starter deck, it has a bunch of stuff with it. It's got like a little faux playmat, and the playmats always kind of have that art that, because I try not to tear it up, they kind of showcase the deck itself. This one's got Shenron on it, and if you look, it has Oolong and Sorbet. I'm excited about Sorbet. I love Frieza and all that stuff, and I'm a big fan of dairy products, so yay Sorbet.
There you go.
So, but it has that, and then it has like some Q&A stuff on the back, kind of explaining a little bit of stuff. And it also comes with a pseudo rule mat. They give you the basics, but they're not super intuitive. They do create a little bit of a kind of a gray and vague area. But it does give you a basis of where to start, and then if you need more information, go to their actual website and they have a manual that's a PDF that you can look up, and it tells you in more detail on how to play the game. As we've been learning and playing and doing, we found that some of the card text is a little ambiguous. So not only do you have to read the PDF for the manual, for the rules, you also have to look up judge rulings because some cards just don't make sense. But that's a different video. We'll talk about that at some point. Cards that are broken, cards that don't make sense, and just general rulings that probably need to be fixed. Talking about you, swap mechanic. But anyways, we're going to get into this. Also, we found that the packaging on this game is atrocious. It's great if you don't want people to steal your stuff.
I love the tabs on the packs.
But if you're trying to get into them, it's really hard. Like, even when you're using the little pull tab, sometimes it doesn't pull right, and then you're like...
It's okay, it's still better than, like, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'll give you that.
Still better than that. But this was terrible.
This was terrible, and then our tech guy showed us, and we all felt really stupid. So be sure to laugh at us in our other video where we struggle.
I fumbled for like 2 minutes. Worst,
but
2 minutes.
If you're looking at it, flip it over on the right side. If you're looking at it, there's a little tab. Just grab and pull, and then it opens up much like a cigarette pack.
Don't smoke.
If you're underage, don't smoke. If you're older, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Also, don't smoke.
COPD for all. I don't, whatever. But the leader's pretty cool. Like I said, it has a different effect. This is also the first leader that I have ever seen in this game that has this effect. Permanent. This card can't attack. It can't do anything. It can't swing at nobody. This is not your damage dealer. It's weird. It's really taken us some time to wrap our head around that concept of a leader not attacking. But he has some really great effects.
I'm coming around.
Yeah,
I'm coming around to this idea.
Like it's right now. If you guys check out the metas and stuff, this is actually a really popular leader. A lot of people are all about it. I'm more excited about the Sorbet / Frieza leader that's coming. I'm more excited about that one. But it does use the same mechanic of Wish. But we'll get more into this one in particular. It has an activate main, switch this card to rest mode, and then choose up to 2 Dragon Ball cards from your deck or your life. That right there, before we go any further.
It's huge.
That's huge. You get to look at your life. So now you know what you have and what you don't.
Yes.
Period. That makes this just amazing. It's town map from Pokemon brought to Dragon Ball. It's super good.
It's net 4 cards out of your deck.
Yeah. So, we'll explain what he means by that once we get to the Dragon Balls. But, and then once you find them, you add them to your hand, and then you shuffle your deck or you shuffle your life. You don't get to leave your life sitting that way, so you know which ones to grab. You have to shuffle it, but it doesn't matter. And then it's wish effect. So this is different. It's not based upon their life. It's based upon your Dragon Balls being in the drop zone. When there are 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area, choose 1 desire card, which is a new kind of effect card, in your drop area, add it to your hand, and then flip this card over. And then we get, boom, it's Shenron. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful card.
It is a super pretty card. I really do love that. And again, instead of it saying awakens at the top corner, it says wish now. He still maintains the whole can't attack. Still really weird, but it's okay. But he has an activate main once per turn. You choose one of these things that he can do. You can draw a card. Just give me a free card. Awesome. Or you can choose a desire card in your hand with an energy cost equal to or less than your current energy, and then activate its activate main skill. So for the cards that don't, so far I haven't really seen any of the desire cards that have a cost to their activate main.
Not yet.
Yeah, the general consensus is, though, you get to play these cards for free without actually playing them. They're not leaving your hand, you're just activating its skill. So more or less you're going, I'm using this effect, its effect procs, and then you could actually play it again by paying energy and playing it outright. And until there's a ruling that says otherwise, that's what everyone's saying. And that's what's going on. So that's pretty stellar because there's some really powerful cards that are classified as Desire. There's a few of them that are in this, so we'll show you those. They're really cool. And then the last thing is you remove the 7 Dragon Ball cards from your drop area from the game. They don't go to the warp, they're gone. They no longer exist as far as the game is concerned. If you do, choose one of your battle cards and it gains 10,000 power and triple attack for the duration of the turn, and then flip this card over at the end of your turn.
Yep.
So this is, you do it only because you're going for big game push. You've got somebody who has like triple strike, critical, some banana character that you need him to swing more than once. Yep. You do this, and now he can swing 3 times. That's what you use it for. It makes him just a little bit bigger with that 10k power. But again, remember, it's a one and done. Once you do that, you can never do it again.
There are a number of cards I'd love to like just attack 3 times.
Yes. Oh my god, so many. The 5-drop Beerus is disgusting, and it'd be scary as hell to do that with.
Oh, 5-drop Beerus, anything that makes you discard 2 from your hand when you attack, or anything like that.
Yeah, so
it's just gonna be good.
It's frightening. But that's the leader that comes out of it. So he's pretty cool. I've got some ideas of things I'd like to do with it, but we'll get into what they gave us.
Holy cow, that's a pretty card.
It is. It's a super pretty card. We have the Shenron Figure of Majesty. This is actually the card I'm most excited about out of the starter deck. It's the other card in the game that cannot attack when you play them. So it's activate main once per turn, sparkling 5. So sparkling means you have to have so many cards in your drop zone. Yep. This one requires 5, and then you choose one of these. You get to draw a card, and then you choose one of these effects. The effect is choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode.
Fantastic.
That's pretty awesome. And then choose one battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your drop zone and play it.
Fantastic.
It's pretty great because it's like you need a blocker. Blocker.
Veggies.
Granted, this deck also has the answer to veggies, so yeah. Or you choose your leader card or one of your battle cards, and it gains 5k power and critical for the duration. So that effect would work in tandem with your leader's effect. You can't choose the leader because he can't attack, so it would be a waste. But you could put someone else in here. There's some pretty cool cards in here that are worth attacking.
Think about it. There are 2 drops with 20,000. And use this effect, it now has triple strike plus 15,000.
10k, so it becomes a 30,000.
And then use this effect,
so it becomes a 35 with critical.
With triple strike.
With triple attack.
With triple attack.
So that's kind of scary.
That's pretty nice.
And then if you combo with a Champa or East Supreme Kai, it now has double strike.
For the rest of the turn, yeah.
So it's now swinging, doing 2 damage, and you're swinging 3 times a turn.
For critical on each one.
Yeah, so it's really scary. Yeah. Starter deck only comes with 2 of these, so this is that one card that if you were to do it, you need to buy 2 of the starter decks. But I highly recommend it because this card's amazing. There is a 5-drop variant of this that's coming out of the set. A lot of people are really excited about that one. I like it a little less because you only get its effect one time. It's a 1 done, and it's a 5-drop. So it's kind of like, where this is every turn I get to use this effect. So I like that more.
I love them both.
No, they're both amazing. I just
they're both great.
Just that's my only qualm about the other one is it's a 5-drop that it only gets its effect once it's played. Where this one gets its effect every turn.
But if you're using World Peace and you can free World Peace every turn, with either one of them, I mean,
it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
So this guy right here is pretty much like based upon what the deck is. This is your winner. This is the guy that you want on the field to proc your leader's effect and then your Figure of Majesty. Mm-hmm. It's the Dimensional Warrior Son Goku. He has double strike. He's a 4-drop and he has 20k. And he has barrier, so that's pretty basic. Then he has auto Sparkling 7, so you have to have the 7 in the drop zone. And then when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to the owner's ward. The effect is not super great, but based upon what all's in the deck, he's your big target.
Yep. Good card though.
It is a good card. I do like it. I would be running it in the deck that I plan on building out of this stuff. So I like him. You only get 2, so again, you got to get the second deck.
I'm just curious. Dark Demon Realm Saga. Okay, yep. I wasn't sure what saga that was.
Yep. And then one of the other starter deck exclusive cards is the Vegeta Return from Darkness. He's a 3-drop. He has critical, so that's pretty cool. Auto Burst 5. So Burst is another new skill. The way that works is you take however many it tells you top cards of your deck and put them in the drop zone. I like and dislike that. I like it because it sets up Overrealm, but I don't like it because you don't know what you're throwing in there, and that's 5 is a lot of cards to throw in.
Definitively give and take.
Yeah, it's a very give and take. It's kind of scary, and his effect is a little weak when you do his burst. It's when you play this card, you have to take the top 5. And then if your opponent has 11 or more cards in hand, they choose cards from their hand and send them to their ward until they have 10 cards in hand. It's good against, like, Hercule right now is giant hand support. And anything that really just causes them to draw constantly. It's maybe a good anti-Shenron card.
I think my big beef is there are other things that do it better without the risk.
That's right. So I personally would not play this card in a deck. I just don't like him. He's kind of terrible.
Maybe something happens that comes from that.
Maybe there's something that we're not seeing.
Right.
The other card that we get is the second Shenron Figure of Majesty. You get a holo version and then a non-holo version of that card. So there is one more card that we get that I believe is the starter deck exclusive, and he's actually pretty cool. I do like him. He's a 2-drop. It is Mega Focus Son Goku. He's 10,000 power, 2-drop red. Activate main once per turn, burst 3. So take the top 3, drop them. Then for the duration of the turn, this card gains 5k power and can attack active mode cards. I like that. He's pretty neat. I wouldn't really build around him. He's just like if you needed something to toss in to do a little extra. He's kind of cool, and he helps get rid of blockers or anything that's scary that's kind of in the way.
He so perfectly fits this mechanic, too.
Yeah.
Because it's not taking from your life, so you get to preserve your longevity through the game.
Yeah.
But then you're also getting to attack the things on the field that might become problem pieces later.
Yeah. So that's I like him. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. I enjoy him.
I like him.
He's a solid card. Then they gave us 3 of the. That's weird. 3?
Yeah.
Only 3?
Yep. I think it is only 3. That's right. I'll just verify,
He'll
make sure that we didn't lose one.
Because that's weird.
It is 3.
Okay.
It is 3 of them.
So you get 3 of the Son Goku. It's a 1-drop, 10k, and he's a vanilla. In this deck, he's pointless. He's completely pointless in this deck other than just as chargeable energy. There are cards that are coming out in the set that require him.
It's almost like they didn't have anything else they wanted to put in. So
yeah, they just kind of tossed him in there.
Yeah.
I don't like him in this deck. He's terrible. But there is a Chi-Chi that plays him that's coming out in the new set, and then there is an ape that evolves from him. But
it would have been nice if they gave us one of the apes.
Yeah, that'd have been totally cool.
Like, just to make that a more combo-centric thing.
Yeah. So the next card that they gave us is you get 2 of Puar, Best Pal. It's a 2-drop card. It has 6,000 power, which is a weird number. They're really big on this set. It's just weird numbers.
Yeah.
But its auto is when you combo with this card from the battle area. So you can't combo from hand. It has to be played. Then you take 1 card from your life. So it's a little bit of a self-awakening. It fits better in other decks than this one.
Yeah.
Then you choose one red Yamcha with an energy cost of 2 from your deck and play it and then shuffle your deck. So the Yamcha that it's speaking of, there's only one in the entire game that fits under this. And it's the Yamcha that we got out of here. He's a 2-drop that's 20 and vanilla. 20k 2-drop is kind of a big deal because up to now it's only been 15s or 10s that were vanilla.
Yeah.
And people were playing them with the dimensional support trunks because you'd grab them, add critical to them.
Yep.
But they were still only 15s. Now we have 20s, so it makes that play a little bit better. I don't particularly like this because I'm spending 2 energy to get a vanilla that does nothing other than swing once.
It 100% would have made more in a deck that requires a leader that awakens.
Yeah. So it feels like what they threw in here was just they were throwing stuff in to be throwing stuff in at this point. Now, there are the next cards, the last bit of the red engine that they kind of threw in here for us is the Scheming Oolong. I like Oolong as a character. I think he's always been kind of fun. But what he does is when you play this card, if your leader is a Shenron, which it would be, and Oolong's Wish is in your drop area, draw 2. He's a 2-drop 15. It's not bad. And he gets an added effect if you've done something else. Now, the other card, the card that works in tandem with it, is Oolong's Wish. This is a Desire card. It's one of the new cards, so it's permanent. This card gains Desire in all areas. Hand, drop, deck, field, wherever. It's an extra card. It costs 1 energy. So this is, again, where we were talking about your leader gets to activate the main skill of a Desire card as long as it's of equal energy to what you have or less. And it's a 1-drop, so you're good.
Theoretically, you're not going to wish turn 1, right? So you're pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the activate main is your leader is a Shenron card, draw 1, and then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets a negative 5k power for the duration of turn. I like that. That's pretty cool. So these 2 cards here are really cool. I enjoy them. They fit. I like them. I just don't think they necessarily fit in here. But it is what it is. There are clearly other cards that I would have preferred to be in here.
Yeah, I like the Oolong's Wish in tandem with the Goku that attacks active modes.
Yeah.
And then if you're able to play the Oolong immediately after that, after playing the Oolong's Wish and get the draw, that's not a bad combo for 3 energy.
No, it's not terrible. But, I mean, like I said, it feels like the red engine that they just kind of threw in here because they were looking to fill the deck.
I really feel like that. I really feel like the red stuff. And if they had done that, I really would have wished that they would have thrown like the Grandpa Gohan or the Pilaf stuff in there. Yeah,
the Pilaf would have been a little bit more entertaining at least.
Yeah.
Now, here's a card we got, Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma. You get 4 of it. It's a 1-drop. It's got 5k power, and it's got the 5k combo, which is always fantastic. Activate main, once per turn, choose up to 1 Dragon Ball from your deck and place it in your drop area, then shuffle your deck. Now, in theory, that's kind of cool because it's setting up so that way you can activate Wish for your leader. But in all reality, this is a terrible card. I really wish they had not made this card. There are other cards that do the same thing that are way better. Because of what the Dragon Balls do, this is a terrible card. I personally recommend that if you're playing, take this card and throw it away. It's just bad. Okay. But we're going to get into some good stuff, though. So here's the good
It's not all bad.
No. This actually is super amazing. This is the card that when they leaked the information and revealed it, I was so excited for. It's Kami Global Unifier. He has Deflect. He's a 1-drop 3k. So he has really low HP, but he has Deflect. So no cold bloodlust on him. So that's awesome. And there's a really good reason. Auto, when you play this card, draw 1. Awesome. Activate main, you pay 2 energy. Your opponent has 4 or more battle cards in play. Choose all your and your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less, ignoring barrier, and KO them. You make sure that he's the only thing on your field, activate his effect, clear everybody, and then you can move on from there.
Really, really awesome for veggies.
It's
really
the
awesome.
anti-veggies.
World Tournament.
It's the anti-world tournament. It's the anti-swarm.
Yeah.
Swarm has been like this really awful thing. People were constantly throwing stuff out. And this shuts it down. It's beautiful. I don't think maining this is a good idea, but sideboarding them would be great. It's just such a good card to sideboard.
It would be an interesting concept to see a deck build around that effect and capitalizing off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
Because the comedy's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a super good card. There is another card that came out of the set that I was super excited. I don't think it's in this.
The Dende.
Yeah, the Dende.
Yeah.
The other Namekian that's super amazing. He's not in this. Hopefully when we get the boxes later next week, we can get some of those and I can show you why those are so good. Well, they're not as good now that SS3 has been permanently banned. But everyone who's running objection, bye-bye. No more objection for you.
No objection, no...
The row card for Universe 9. Not that really anybody was running U9, but
if U9 ever stood a chance,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's done. So, but back on the task here. Our super combo is a Trunks 2-drop super combo. Now they've changed the way that super combos work, and I think it's for the better. It's so much better.
Absolutely.
No longer do you have to be in this weird specifications to, well, the card now has 10,000 power based upon you having so much life or this or that. It doesn't do that. Its combo powers 10k permanently. So turn 1, I can combo for 10k. Hooray! But here is where it's different. It has a sparkling 5 auto. When you combo with this card, if your leader is black, draw 1. So I have to have 5 in the drop in order for me to draw.
Not bad.
I love it. I like it. Because really, the way this deck is designed, you're going to get this almost turn 1, turn 2, really early. It's just good. I like the direction they went with super combos.
It's a very nice adjustment to super combos. Yeah. And it's not... And
the wording isn't so confusing that one might get
lost
misinterpreted.
And not only that, where the wish leaders don't rely on the life being at 4 to awaken, you don't have to wait for your life anymore because now you've got the sparkling, which is going to offer amazing versatility for everyone across the board.
Plays are going to be a lot different. You're going to see weird timing now for aggression. Usually it's like early game hyper aggression or late game hyper aggression. Now hyper aggression will be anywhere and everywhere. So it's going to be chaos. I'm excited. I love chaos.
Variety.
Yeah, variety. It's the spice of life. We did get 4 negates out of this. This one's kind of cool. It's if your leader is black, negate the attack, then choose 1 black battle card from your drop area or warp with an energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand.
Beautiful.
That's amazing because there's a card that works in tandem with this. It doesn't work in this deck, but it does work in others, which we will probably revisit at some point. But
absolutely,
the card that we're referring to is actually the rain.
It's the announcer.
It's the play-by-play announcer card. So this will work really well in an announcer deck. Because he's a battle card that does negate.
Not including Vidal's. That will give that deck 12 negates.
Yeah. So that's super amazing. But this allows you to recycle those negates.
Yeah.
That's what's cool. Now, the other thing that's really cool about it is it has a permanent effect. Sparkling 5, again, 5 in the drop. If that's going on, you can activate this counter skill by taking
from your life
instead of paying energy. So it's a free negate that you're drawing for negating as opposed to and because you don't have to worry about your life with this leader, it just makes it better.
More versatility, more options.
It's so fantastic. I love it.
That's why this set's so important. It's the versatility that the set is affording to older that maybe wouldn't have had the energy to play a negate on their turn. But now, because we have that sparkling effect, we can take from our life and stay in the game.
Yep. So. Then there is another Desire card that we got. This one is really cool.
Love it.
I like the yellow card that we got a little bit, or that is coming out a little more, but this one is still really fantastic. It gains Desire in all areas. So again, hand, drop, deck, field, wherever. Activate main. Your leader is a Shenron card. Choose one battle card in your drop area with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy and play it. So anything that's in your drop zone that has 4 energy, like whatever your energy is, you're good. And your leader allows you to activate this for free. So if the 4 drop is in your drop zone, you just activate world or play World Peace using his effect. He's now on the field. You get his effect, so you get to pop something there.
I'm just imagining all the times, like in a game where you work your teeth out to get a card off the field, and now your opponent could potentially next turn just bring him right back from the drop zone.
And another thing that would be really cool is, say the Shenron Figure of Majesty is in your drop. You have both of them in your drop zone. You could use the leader's effect to activate World Peace for free. You've now played the Shenron. Then you play it outright for 4 energy to bring out a second Shenron.
Use their effects, draw 2 cards, and retap 4 cards.
And retap 4 energy, which will allow you to play
anything.
To play the Goku from hand.
No,
it's just good. It's super good. So that's why we like it. I like it. I love the Desire cards. I think that's such a cool concept that works with the whole Shenrons and stuff, that you're making wishes.
I'm really hoping that's a mechanic they expand on with future sets and don't just drop it after this set. Because like the Universe mechanic was really cool when Tournament of Power came out, but then they just, for the most part, dropped it.
Yeah, like the next set got a couple of cards that were addressed.
Huge stragglers, like,
and then that was it. They never touched basis on it again, except for in dash packs and promos. And I think that was a big mistake. You guys should probably go back to it because it's a really cool concept. The Universe thing is really cool.
So I really hope Desire is going to be something they're going to build on even more.
I want Wish and Desire to be the new big thing. I want them to stick with that for a while. Just kind of furthering us away from old school staples and get us into a new realm of play. So now for the last card, and like I said, this is one of 2 cards in the entire game that you can have more than 1 or more than 4 of in your deck, and it is the Dragon Ball. Now, I told you earlier there was a card. I told you to take it and just throw it away because it was garbage. It's a terrible card. This one right here, the Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma. You want this, and you want these to be in your drop zone so that way your leader can awaken. But you want this in your hand. You don't want it in your drop zone. You want it in your hand. Reason being, it's a 0 cost Dragon Ball. You can only have up to 7 in your deck. Activate main. If your leader is a Shenron card, draw 1. It's a free draw? What? Extra card? And there's 7 of them? And I can just go whop, 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 keep drawing?
There would never be a bad moment to have one of those in your hand.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, you've got them in your hand, play them,
turn your deck. 1, you have you end up getting 3 by accident. You're like, oh, man, I got 3 of these and I got a few other things. Okay, I'm going to play 3 Dragon Balls, draw 3 fresh cards.
Use the leader effect, add 2 more Dragon Balls to your hand, play all 5 and draw 5 cards.
It's just as astounding. That's why this card is poo-poo. Straight poo-poo.
It's no bueno.
It's no bueno. Yeah, I don't see why you would play it. It's bad.
They're going for versatility, and that's just not the way to go.
Yeah, no. Because there's a Goku card that comes out of the set that does the same thing, and he actually benefits from it greatly. Where this just makes you miss out on a draw. Yeah. That's why I was like, it's a terrible card. Just throw it away.
Now, there could be instances where that maybe, and this is hypothetical future, if they made this, then this card would be good. But right now,
my mindset, the only way I would use that is if my hand already is everything I would need to win.
And that's the last Dragon Ball you need to wish.
And that's the last Dragon Ball I need to wish. And then I would be like, all right, I don't mind missing 1 draw.
But that's right.
But I'm still spending an energy to waste a draw.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's terrible. So, like I said, throw that card away. Yeah. You failed the city, Bandai. You failed the city. But that being said, there are some gems in this that I love, that I could see being just great.
For sure.
So my mindset with this is we would want to run 4. 3 at the very least, 4 of this Shenron. Obviously, you run your leader.
Those are easily the 2 big gems of the deck. Is the leader and the 4-drop Shenron.
Yeah. Then, based upon what we have here, we'd probably run the Dimensional Warrior Son Goku just out of this. But for the most part, you're also going to run your 7 Dragon Balls because you need to. We'd run the 4 of the World Peace because it makes sense. We'd run 4 of the Power Burst, which is your negate. Run your super combo. And like I said, I wouldn't main these, the Kami powers. They would be sideboard. I'd put them off on the side or something. Reason being is because unless you know you're going to be running into a whole bunch of swarm decks, which Haruta Swarm is kind of falling from favor. It's still big, but it's not as big as it once was. So it's kind of that thing. I still love it. It's a fantastic card, but it's a sideboard card. It's not a main card. But truth, that's all I would run out of this from this deck.
Oh, you wouldn't run the 2-drop Goku?
No.
Wow.
The
red one?
I like him, but my mindset goes actually to running a mono black. Oh, wow. Or trying to get as close to a mono black as I could, because there's another card that would synergize well with this, and that is the secret rare Demigra. He's so freaking good.
No, he's wonderful.
And it requires a buttload of black cards. Well, here you go. So I would run those. There's a couple other really good black cards like Chronoas for draw.
I'd almost think that you'd almost have to play like the Miras.
Yeah, and a couple of the Miras. The thing is, you're not overwhelming, so anything that you do play in it, you're going to hard cast because you're waiting till that last moment. You also don't want to potentially ruin yourself with your Dragon Balls. And as we're reading the card for the Shenron, his effects don't require you to have the Dragon Balls in your drop area except for his last effect. His whole choose 1 per turn thing, you could do all of those without Dragon Balls, except the last one, which is to give somebody triple attack. Yeah. So, it is what it is. I would recommend, it's fine. Pick a battle card, go ahead and pop that, do that, and then overwhelm. That's that way somebody on the field does utilize that effect.
It would be a really aggressive turn.
It would be a super aggressive. Or you could just say to hell with it and never use that effect and just maintain the fact that he can never unwish himself and just draw a turn every turn, or
complete advantage of that.
Or free play desire cards.
Yeah.
So I would maintain those desires. Possibly running a couple of the red cards, like the Mega Focus Son Goku is really, out of what we got, the only thing I would play out of that. That's from the red engine. I like the Oolong stuff, but it just fits better somewhere else. And that's the problem, is a lot of this deck didn't have anything that really fit itself outside of the black stuff. There is a new black card that's coming out. It's an extra card. It actually is the Dragon Radar. This one allows you to add Dragon Balls to hand as opposed to throwing them into the drop zone.
Yes.
So that's fantastic.
It probably pair well with green.
Yeah. There's also the new Masked Saiyans that are coming out. That they are so good. So good. I would be running for each of those in this because, well, you need to. They're just amazing.
Yeah.
They're, instead of it being a Bardock that's a masked version, it's a Vegeta that's a masked Saiyan. So we'd be running those in there. there's a child Goku that's a black card. He does take Dragon Balls from the deck and puts them in the drop, but his effect is good, so it merits the loss of the draw. That's pretty much what I would do with this. I do like it. We are going to be showcasing a duel of this starter deck versus the other starter deck.
Yep.
I can't really say who would win. They're both really great. They do some neat stuff. I take that back. I am going to have to say I think Gogeta will win this one. I think just simply because the deck feels like that one was put together with a purpose. This one feels like
thoughtfully put together.
Yeah, this one does not feel like they put a lot of thought into it.
The one thing that this one has is this one doesn't have to awaken, so it doesn't have to pick at its life. The Gogeta is forcing itself, especially if you're not being aggressive and just waiting
till you set up and wall up. Yeah. I have that advantage. So that may be what would give me the win is the ability to slow roll him. But as a whole, I think the Gogeta deck was put together a little bit better.
This is just a little too piecemealed. Red is not where I would, not this red engine.
No. Like, I could see the peel-off maybe, or
even the old GT stuff would pair really well with this.
I could see that.
Triple Flash.
Triple Flash would
well, not anymore because need a red leader.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, outside of that, it's still really good. This is more of a piece it together with other stuff, and that's again, it feels like that's what they tried to do. They didn't want to make it super powerful, so they just threw some.
Here's new stuff.
Yeah, here's some new stuff. Yeah. I think the yellow stuff that we got out of this would have fit in there better. Granted,
I do too,
or the green would have fit a lot better.
I really feel like the green would have done really well with that.
Or the Grandpa Gohan stuff would have been really and that's a red engine that's from the new set, and it would have fit better than what they gave us.
I mean, Peel Off was ever after the Dragon Balls. It would have made sense to put those in there as well.
That would have, or Baba and her minions. At least they did something. I'm paying 2 energy to grab a vanilla Yamcha.
Yep.
So you guys, you failed the city on this one. But outside of like that downside of like there's just cards that don't belong here, it's still really cool. I do enjoy it. I see so much potential from some of these cards. I'm super excited about it.
It would be a really good deck to learn the game to.
I will give you that. And it is super good for learning.
It's not a hyperly complicated deck. It's really nice for that purpose.
But I will tell you guys, don't expect to buy this and then go to a tournament and then win.
No. It's a starter deck.
It's a starter deck. Early starter decks in this set, I will say that for the game, the Warriors Bandai did win. That some of their earlier starter decks were functioning. Were you going to make it into the top 2? Probably not. No. But you could place in the top 8. They were good.
Every starter deck that I played has been really fun.
They have been really fantastic. They've all served a purpose. Yeah. This is the weakest of them all.
Yeah.
But so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Hit those buttons. Check back with us. Also, make sure to watch our Gogeta deck. Look for our duel that we have coming up here soon.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Be sure to check us out on our Twitch for Monday nights. And soon we're adding more nights for Smite nights. We've got some of our guys talking about doing some Red Dead Redemption. So check that out.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Yay, Cowboys.
Multiplayer drops sometime in November, I believe.
Yes, at some point. And also check us out for our D&D. Yeah, our D&D campaigns.
Wasted 20s.
Wasted 20s. Check that out. It's a lot of fun.
And then I think to close it out, shitty catchphrase?
Yeah. And as always, George Clinton, if you're watching, we would love to have you on the show.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sorry, that's going to be my ongoing joke from now on. The shitty catchphrase.